This is Daniel J. from Cybervent, website for ventriloquists. I am here with Santosh Kumar from
India.
And you've lived in India your whole life.
Yeah.
And he's been doing ventriloquism. Now, how big is ventriloquism in India?
Ventriloquism is right now. We have a group of ventriloquists who are doing it as a full time.
Okay.
And we don't have very big ventriloquists in India as of now. But there are a few good ventriloquists who are trying to perform it and may improve the quality of the ventriloquist. We have a lot of people who are doing it as a part time and who are making their earning little bit of money out of this.
Sure. So, a little bit of spending money.
Money. Yeah.
And Sam helps you do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I got a few questions that I'm going to be asking just about everybody, and the first one is, what got you interested in ventriloquism?
Yeah, I was in my schooling days. One of my ventriloquists from one of our local place came to a school and performed it, and that I got very much fascinated. I was around that time. I was maybe around 14 years old.
Okay.
So I got fascinated, and I started learning from some of the people in India. Then after that, I started looking for the people like Ron Lucas and Jeff Dunham on the YouTube and home TV. So that really inspired me. I said, ventriloquism is so big art. There are so many people who are doing much more better than what we're doing in India. So I thought, let me catch up with the professionals and learn something from them.
Sure.
So that brought me to this International Ventriloquism Convention.
Okay. And when was the first time you attended the convention? Do you remember what year that was?
It was the year 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've been coming almost every year since then, has
Yes, every year since then.
Okay, every year since then. Yeah. And do you feel it's a great place to learn and to develop your skills and just get better ideas?
Yeah, every time I attend this International Ventriloquism Convention and I go back, I become a better artist than what I was before that.
Okay.
And my way of presenting changes, my way of doing the ventriloquism changes, the way I write, I present my script, there's a huge change in my presentation also.
Awesome.
And that gives me a lot of confidence that I can improve myself by attending this International Ventriloquism Convention.
Wow.
Otherwise, it's not easy to come to this International Ventriloquism Convention because it takes 18 hours of flight from there to here, and it takes 2 days of traveling time from India to America.
Right.
And we have a lot of issues related to visas and staying and accommodation, language problem, all these things we need to overcome it.
Right.
And we need to find the people who can help us, support us. And if we don't find anybody, we need to support ourselves.
Yeah.
So I love my art and I support myself and I make my savings and I see that they're enough for me to travel to this place during this time.
And it's not cheap, is it?
It's not really cheap. It's very expensive. Coming to America is very expensive.
Right.
And our rupee and dollar is really fluctuating.
Yeah.
Sometimes $1 costs us around 70 rupees.
Wow.
So it's very expensive.
Yeah.
To come to this place.
Yeah.
So we need to think a lot before venturing out into this place, whether to start or not to come.
I understand.
So all these things.
Yeah. I travel 4 hours away. You're traveling 18 hours in an airplane. So, let me see. Besides yourself, okay, who is your favorite ventriloquist?
In India or internationally?
Just anybody. Yeah.
I like Edgar Virgin.
Okay.
I see his video every day, almost every day. I like Ron Lucas. And these two people video I see every day. Before I sleep, I see at least one clipping of them every day.
Okay, awesome.
That really inspires me.
Right. Ed Bergen, and the way he makes Charlie look so real.
Charlie McCarthy.
It's just amazing to me.
Amazing. And the other doll also, Snurd is also there.
Yeah, right.
He is also so amazing. And there are some videos of him teaching how to do the ventriloquism. So he gives a lot of techniques and tips. And if you see the Edgar Virgin way of presentation, it's very simple.
Yeah.
It's very simple. There's not a lot of techniques involved in it. It's a very simple ventriloquism. It's entertaining the people.
Right.
And if you take the Ron Lucas, there's a lot of technicalities involved in it.
Sure.
It looks very advanced. It looks very modern.
Right.
And Terry Factor too looks very good. So all this Jeff Dunham. Again, Jeff Dunham does a lot of comedy skills rather than doing the technicalities.
Right.
So these are ventriloquists who inspire me regularly.
I got you. absolutely. And I asked you that question. What is okay? You got is Sam your only character? Or you have a few more characters, right?
Yeah, this character which I brought this is from I brought it from in my first Ventriloquist convention, and this is very flexible for me to carry in my bag.
Mm-hmm.
But where are the other puppets which I have at my home? Those are made by Indian puppeteers.
Okay.
And they are made out of plaster Paris.
Oh, okay.
And that's very fragile.
Right.
And we can't even handle them and bring them to this place.
Yeah.
So this is very comfortable. I can carry it in my bag and backpack, and I can just walk into it.
Right. Who's your favorite of all your characters? Of all of your characters, who's your favorite?
I like this character very much.
Sam. Okay.
Yeah, Sam character very much, because after Sam entered into my life, I started doing much better than with my previous characters. Because the advantage with this is I can hold it, I can move it, I can touch it. So people after the show, when I do for the birthday parties for the kids, they come with a piece of cake and they offer to the Sam.
Right.
And they want to give handshake to the Sam. And somebody kisses them, and somebody wants to hug him. So this is one of a very easy character and very connected to the people, to my audience.
Right. Yeah, I can see he's got a lot of character. He's really a nice puppet.
Yeah.
I like him. When you practice ventriloquism, okay, when you practice, do you have any suggestions as to what you think helps you out a lot?
Ventriloquism, basically I feel that we need to practice at least 5 minutes every day.
5 minutes every day?
At least 5 minutes every day.
Okay.
If we really want to improve the quality of the ventriloquist, whether we're doing it or not doing it, we need to practice at least 5 days. 5 minutes a day.
Okay.
Because 5 minutes, that connects, if we really want to be a good ventriloquist, improve every day. So we should always think about the ventriloquism, not necessarily that we're practicing it. Sometimes watching good videos of the good ventriloquist, that also gets into the mind, and it gets recorded into the mind, the subconscious mind. And when we're doing the show, automatically our show gets improved. And when we practice it, those things come into the mind, and how the Edgar Virgin is doing, how Ron Lucas is doing. And when we practice it, we try to copy them, and we try to practice to that standards. And that will help us to improve our ventriloquism art. So those are the ventriloquism is you need to practice every day is what's my thoughts about it.
I got you. Okay, good. And the last thing is I want to ask you is somebody that's just starting out in ventriloquism, and let's face it, it's one of the toughest arts out there. Because a lot of magicians are ventriloquists that just couldn't hack the practice, right? But what would you tell a ventriloquist that's just starting out? What would your suggestion be to them?
My suggestions to the person starting the ventriloquism is, don't get into the wrong side of the ventriloquism part. Because don't get carried away with the people, what they say. This art is very simple art, but when you practice it, you can do a miracles. Because we see the Edgar Virgin and Ron Lucas, they got nothing in their hands, but just do a very excellent ventriloquism. And they all started with nothing, everyday practice and improving it. And years of practice that brought them that much of fame and name.
Right.
So anybody who's starting ventriloquism should not think that they can learn overnight. Because these techniques need a lot of practice, voice manipulations, understanding, and these things should get into the mind. It's ventriloquism is not an art which you just do by copying somebody. It's an art which needs to apply your concentration. You need to practice with the concentration, and you need to put your heart and soul into this art. You can't just go and take the puppet and say, "Hey, how are you?" And it doesn't work, say.
Right.
Because 1 week, 2 weeks, you may feel it. Okay, I'm doing it, but if you really want to go a long way. Because I'm doing for the last 16 to 17 years. So still I feel that I should learn this ventriloquism, new things. So this simple art, nothing is there. We need to practice every day. So the practice needs time and commitment. So if you can put time and commitment for this art, and no doubt you can become a good ventriloquist. And people say there's a competition everywhere. Of course, competition brings the best in the ventriloquist.
Right. I got you. Well, I want to thank you for coming and doing this interview. Again, Santosh Kumar from India, and we want to just thank him for coming. And again, this is Daniel J. with Cybervent, website for ventriloquists. Thank you again for coming.
Thank you so much, Tom. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Cybervent. Cybervent.